Hey, happy people. So today is another unboxing. You've already read the title, so you know what it is. And I got a meat slicer. And you would say, but she's a vegan. Why does she need a meat slicer? Well, I make my own meats and I like to make deli slices, and I make my own cheeses and I like to make cheese slices. So I would like a nice thin, even slice. My slices aren't always even and thin. Sometimes they look like a wedge. So I thought I would just invest in a meat slicer so I can make my own deli meats. That would be just great because I like to make sandwiches and hoagies and things like that. So if you want to see what comes in this box and what it looks like and see it in actual size, stay tuned. Alright, so this is a Cukaid, I think I'm saying this right, Cukaid food slicer. It says food slicer, not meat slicer, but pretty much that's what they are, meat slicers. So let's see here. Alright, so first thing first, that's what it looks like on the inside. You see, has pretty much styrofoam and of course your instruction booklet. So now, let's see here. So you get, this is a 7.5 food slicer. You get an instruction manual and you get an operation instructions. Let's do it like this. I can pull it out. And put that over there. Not ready yet. Should probably go in there. And this one is gray, as you guys can see. Alright, and that is your little holder for when you're slicing your meat so you don't, and I have this upside down. Let's turn it the right way. I have no idea what that is, but we'll see. Bobby Flay's Bar American Cookbook. Celebrate America's Great. Flavors, I didn't know this was from him. But anyway, you get a little thing to get a cookbook if you like from Bobby Flay. But let's see here. So, like I said, it is gray. It does sit at an angle, as you can see, so that way it can push downward and your food can fall down this way. I wish it came with a tray. That would be awesome, right? But I guess I should have spent a little bit more money for that. But you can put a plate, anything right there to catch your food. But this right here is how you would do your motion of your food. And then this is so you don't cut yourself. So you could easily put there to guide your food so you don't cut yourself on your hand. And let's see here. It has suction cups on the bottom. That's good to hold it. You can actually fold that down. I guess so you can remove the blade. That's going to be my issue, cleaning the blade. I'm worried about that, but I think I'm going to buy a couple of those metal gloves so when I get ready to clean it, because stuff like this, like using it, I usually don't have a problem. It's when I clean it that I get the little nicks and cuts when I'm trying to clean stuff. So it's has a nice size blade on there, stainless steel blade. As you can see, you can close that back up, and on this side here, this is where you're actually gonna turn it on. Well, this actually, I'm lying. This actually moves your meat holder back and forth. This actually moves your thing so you can get thicker, smaller slices, And then you also have on here, right here, I don't know if you guys can see, but it has the 1 through 7 that's gonna deal with your thickness of how you cut your meats or food, however you like, how thick you like it. And let's see, I don't know how, looks like this is gonna be pretty easy to open. It just actually has a thing that says open right here. Let's see if I can open it with my hand. Maybe not. I'll have to get Happy to help me open that. But maybe because it's the first time, it's pretty hard, pretty tight on there. And you don't want your blade to come out while you're using it anyway, because you don't want it to go flying somewhere. But it has on-off and on-off button here. This cord, let's see how long it is. Don't you hate when you get something and it has get some kind of appliance and it has a cord that's only like this long? Where are you going to go with that? Don't give you enough space to move nothing around. Alright, so that right there is not that long, so you can't like sit it way over there and be doing stuff over there, but at least it's long enough so you got some space. You can pull your meat slicer closer to you instead of having to lean over if your plug is like way over there or something like that. Let's see the back. Like I say, it did not come with some kind of holding tray for your food. It's pretty much still, there's not a lot of crevices, so that's good. So when you get ready to clean it, won't be a whole lot of crevices that you have to clean. That's kind of something I really like. I don't want a whole bunch of crevices, because when you have a lot of crevices, it's hard to clean them. Very, very hard to clean them. But I think that is it. And I can't wait to give this a try. I got some cheese in the refrigerator right now. I think I'm going to use on this. So what I'm going to do is wash this bad boy, learn how to take this blade out right quick so I can clean it and everything, and I'll wash it and I'll come back and do a little demo of cutting a little bit of cheese, maybe a little deli meat or something, just so you can see how it works and how loud it is, if it's loud at all, if it has a seamless motor or not, or if I have any issues cutting. So let's see how well this blade works. I'll be right back. Okay, so I did take it apart. I just need a little elbow grease to get that screw off. But I took it apart so we could wash everything and wipe everything down. I just want to show you guys this is what it looks like without the blade and the screw. And then of course up close, here's your screw. It actually has the open. And here's our blade. And I just want to show you guys the thickness. Don't know if you can actually see that. The thickness of the actual blade. It's supposed to be a 7.5, but just to show you, that's what the back looks like. And you have to align, of course, those little pegs there in the holes, and then you put your screw back on. So let me get this set back up and we'll get started on. Okay, I am back. We have cleaned it all up. I put a plate back here and set us up. I got a little block of cheese here and I got a block of deli meat here I need to cut, so we're just going to see how this works. I hope I have my thickness right, because I don't want it to be too thin, but like paper thin, but I need to be thin enough like slices of cheese and deli meat. So let's get started here. First thing first, I want to just turn it on and see how fast it goes. Okay. And we're going to start with the cheese. We're just going to set it on here like this. So let's turn it off so you can actually hear me. Alright, so we're going to set the cheese on there like that. This end has already been sliced because I was messing around with it. I don't think I need this yet because I haven't got past this block yet. So we're going to hold that. And we're going to turn it on and see what happens here. Now that was on a thickness of 1, and it actually has a thickness you can see. So we're going to go down to 0, and actually see what that looks like. And that's not working, so let's try to get in between here. It's about 0.5, and let's see if that works. Oh yeah, not spin. 0.5 is probably where I'm going to be. And that is enough slices of that for right now. I'll take that off. And we're going to put my deli meat on here. Let's see how well that goes. When I was reading the manual, it did say you should not be cutting frozen, very frozen, deep frozen product with this. So I wouldn't try that for me. Like I would just slice all my stuff up before it goes into the freezer, so then it'd be easier for me to unthaw and separate into portions. So let's see here what it does for my deli meat. Just a little bit because my deli meat is, like I say, it's not very hard. So just so it'll catch the blade. I think that'll work for me. Like, that's thin enough for me. I can almost see through that. So definitely what you want in deli cuts, you want them to be thin. Oh yeah, that one right there is really thin. So it's definitely a keeper for me for right now, just on a first look, first use basis. Once I get the hang of it, we'll see how well I can do this, but I don't think it'll be a problem. I do see that this is happening where it's holding some of it still on the end, but I think that has to do with just the fact that this is not meat. This is a flour-based product, so it's kind of catching on the end there, but let's just see. If you do it at a 1, you get more of like a butcher's cut, kind of. Instead of the really thin deli slice, this is more like the butcher's cut type of thing. But again, like I say, I think this is going to work. No problem. It's cutting my cheeses and meats, and that's what I really wanted it for, to do that. Maybe cut some really thin vegetables for frying, for like potato chip type of thing, so it'll be easier to cut those. And that is it, people. So a Keurig food slicer. One of the other things I'll say, it does say keep your blade away from you. This is the way it should be sitting. You should not have it turned towards you and try to do it from the side or from the front part. But the blade should be facing away from you, so you can push instead of having to pull or things like that. Alright, and that is it for my unboxing and review right now. A first look of my Keurig food slicer. So
you sliced the thing?
Yeah.
Did it work? Oh, we can make me a grilled cheese sandwich. Let's see if
Look at that,
that
how thin that is.
works.
Or like you know how you like get the turkey, what's the name kind where it's kind of thick?
Okay.
And then look at the cheese.
Okay, well go ahead and make a grilled cheese sandwich for me then. See what it tastes like.
Alright, so give me a like, people, share it, subscribe so you can see the next time I open something and see it in real life, what it looks like. And till next time, stay happy. Stress.